Italy is emerging from its COVID nightmare now in what is normally high tourist season. Tourism usually brings in 13% of Italy's more than $2 trillion gross domestic product. But there is no normal this year, and tourists are not coming, sparking fears that COVID-19 could cause lasting damage to the trade. From the beach town of Rimini on the Adriatic coast, special correspondent Malcolm Brabant reports.
This is an essential part of Gabriele Pagliarani's new regime, disinfecting sunbeds on his stretch of Rimini's extensive beach. He's had to remove some umbrella stations to boost social distancing and comply with new rules to reduce the risk of contagion.
Unfortunately, this is anything but a successful summer. This damn virus COVID has derailed everything, and we have an economy below zero.
For 33 years, this beach club has been a moneymaker. Normally, at this stage of the season, says Pagliarani, it would be full of visitors from across Europe and beyond. But legions of empty sun lounges represent potential disaster.
1 year you can survive. 2, certainly not. Let's hope this pandemic goes away as soon as possible.
A recent analysis of Rimini's tourism prospects is devastating. A professor from Bologna University is predicting many bankruptcies. As so many families here are dependent upon tourism, he says that some of them are going to have to get used to their incomes being slashed by 50% or more. In his most optimistic scenario, he says that losses here will be as great as 40%. And for this city alone, that means $1 billion or more.
Il 40% vuol dire che probabilmente
40% means that in all likelihood, 20 to 30,000 people in the hotel and accommodation sector won't be rehired.
Patrizia Rinaldis speaks on behalf of hoteliers in Rimini, but she's worried about Italian tourism as a whole. In less crazy times, the industry generates about $250 billion a year, or 13% of Italy's GDP.
Today, fear is throwing the tourist industry to reverse, and it's creating enormous economic difficulties. Italy is tourism.
The downturn will hit the poorest hardest. Jahangir Alam from Bangladesh has eked out a living on the beach for the past 11 years.
No tourists are here? Now it's a hard life. This year is a bad year. The virus has hit the whole world. It's a big problem, not only for me, but for everyone.
But Tunisian ice cream vendor Adam Rais is more optimistic.
It's difficult, but we'll try to adapt. We've come from a very difficult situation. Now we'll try to get our lives back in our own hands and crack on.
But desire to reboot the economy is tempered by concern about a second wave. Grottomare, south along the Adriatic coast, is another town reliant on tourism. Market trader Maria Rita Quinzi says anxiety is prevalent.
More than anything, people are scared. They don't know what to do in terms of wearing gloves or having contact. They look around and complain if someone is not wearing a mask.
This is a sign of confidence. Hospital doctor Christopher Muscat's family celebrates the birthdays of his mother and son at a beachside restaurant.
There was surely an emergency till some time ago, but now we are over. There are very, very few cases of persons that are asymptomatic, that don't have any symptoms, so I think it's safe enough to come over.
Hallo, guten Morgen, ihr Lieben. Ja, jetzt melde ich mich hier vom Frühstück.
As soon as Italy opened its borders, German influencer Andrea Eggers drove south to check out destinations for her 55,000 followers on Instagram. At Rimini's Grand Hotel, Perspex screens at the breakfast buffet protect guests and staff. Eggers' doctor husband Egbert casts a medical practitioner's eye.
I see safety, and I think all tourists can come to Italy, and they don't have afraid.
I think the situation is wonderful.
To compensate for the lack of foreigners, business leaders hope Italians will behave patriotically and take vacations at home. On Rimini Beach, sunbathers Alessandro and Angela Nassi from northern Italy lapped up the solitude.
COVID forced us to be locked up at home for 2.5 months without being able to move. We couldn't wait to get out and breathe some good sea air.
Normally, money starts to flow after dusk, not anymore. At this popular nightclub, the dance floor is off limits. No chance of getting up close and personal under new social distancing rules.
Why is it I can be on a flight for 8 hours elbow to elbow with a person, and then masked up I can't dance with someone for half an hour? Things don't add up. The measures are just too absurd.
Nightclub owner Lucio Paesani is anxious, not least because he took out a $250,000 loan before the pandemic began. So far, his earnings have been negligible.
It's more than devastating. This was a healthy business with a great balance and good income in this region. No matter, in 3 months, they've put us on our knees.
Across Italian tourism, businesses and workers are marking time. Emergency laws guarantee that jobs are protected until August, but unless there's an unexpected upturn, the wheel of misfortune will cause tens of thousands of layoffs. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Malcolm Brabant in Rimini.